Welcome back, guys, and today I'll be showing you the top 5 sniping filters to go from 0 to 200k. So if you need a team like mine, or an even better one, you are in the right place. And as usual, guys, we're giving away 9 copies of EAFC or FIFA points to 9 lucky subscribers. All you've got to do is sub, send proof over on Instagram, and you'll be entered into the giveaway. If you do want coins in a little bit of a quicker way, well, so if you guys are sick of losing at FIFA because your team isn't good enough or you're not good enough at the game, then right now you need to head over to skycoach.gg. Not only can they coach you in your weekend league or play your games for you, you can buy any amount of coins you want, and all of the services get 10% off right now with the code PRORECALL. Go check them out below. Make sure to click the link in the description, and let's get into it. So to start off, we have a nice set of PSG filters. So we're going to go first over to PSG for the start of this, and we're going to pop over to gold. So the base one, we're just looking at their base players. Now these were a little bit more expensive on kind of week 1 or week 2. They've obviously gone down a little bit. So on the lower end, you can snipe the kind of commons for around 400 or 500 coins, and then sell them on for a decent bit more. So you can see here, 550 is kind of the limit on the market. 600, there's still 20 minutes left on the pages. So this is kind of the low budget. If you're sitting here thinking, well, I have a way better budget than this, don't worry, the rest of the video is going to get you covered. So we'll say we'll sell these for 650 or 600 coins, which means we realistically need to pick them up at 500 or 450 coins. So you can choose which one you want to do. At 450, selling at 650, you're making just over 150 coins. It's around 180. If you're selling from 450 to 600, it's just over 100 coins. So you can kind of pick how you want to do it and how you want to sell these on. If you sell on, if you buy for 500, you're going to have to sell on for 650. Otherwise, you're not going to be making any profit, or not enough profit for it to be worth doing the filter. So there, we've got a 450. We can pop him up for a lovely little 600 coins if we pop him up there, and that is a decent profit. We've seemingly got an Enzo Fernandez that I brought earlier when the market was just not working, so I don't know if I've lost coins on him, but we'll pop him up for 2.6. That definitely was not meant to be a trade. Now, in terms of the slightly higher budget version of this filter, or the PSG filter, we're going to go for gold rare, and we're going to go for centre back. Now, you've got Skriniar, you've got Hernandez, and you've also got Marquinhos. So you've got a couple options under the belt there. If we go to 30,000 coins, we're a million miles off. When you're looking at around the 10k mark, you've got Hernandez and Skriniar there. You're looking realistically from the looks of things at around 2k, which is pretty low for both of them. They are really low at the minute for 84s. Obviously, if you're thinking of investments, they're going to shoot up when 84s are really required, but we don't know when there's going to be an SBC that does that. So you don't know if this is going to be their lowest, or they'll even get lower than this. You're looking at about 1.9, I'd say, for the sell-on on these guys, roughly. From the looks of things, that seems about right. So realistically, 1.9 or 2k. If we say 2k, you'd pick them up at 1.8 and you're making 100 coins. I'd say go for 1.7. It means you can sell at 2k and make 200 coins, but it also means if you can't manage to sell it at 2k, you can still make profit at 1.9, and it's going to be over 100 coins profit, which is decent. Obviously, if you want to make a little bit more, you can go down to 1.6 and you will obviously make a little bit more profit. Obviously, we can see 1.6s without doing that. You still get them come up on the 1.7. You're just guaranteeing yourself more profit per snipe. You may actually get less snipes, but as you see there, as soon as we switched over back to the 1.6, we actually got ourselves back to the 1.7, we got ourselves a 1.6 snipe. So it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get a 1.7, you can still get better snipes and you can still get worse snipes. So we've got 1.7 there. We missed the 1.2, which is unfortunate. That's sometimes why you may want to go for the lower price, because if you go for the lower price, you're only going to get higher profits. And in that scenario, we only would have seen the 1.2 out of those 3 snipes. So there's that, but we still got some profit. We may have missed the 1.2. You never know what you're going to get. So it's all, I think it's always worth having the higher up, but it's of course up to you guys. And if you guys like this shirt or any of the other football shirts I've been wearing in the video, check out Best Football Kids down in the description and get 12% off with my code. Now, a pretty simple one. If you go special and Premier League, we've actually got quite a lot of cards now. So we've got Doku, we've got Lamptey, we've got Trippier, we've got Diaz, we've got Fernandez. I think Fernandez is currently the lowest. If we go for 20k there, you've got Fernandez and you've got Trippier, very similar values, but Fernandez kind of ruining it a little bit. So we'll go for Team of the Week just to get rid of him. Now for this one, you've got Trippier, you've got Matoma. If we have a look, we've got Lamptey, we've got Doku. We've got quite a lot of players that can come up. Obviously, there is a Salah in form. He's not going to come up. Let's be honest. This Trippier card, interestingly, I think would be good in a 5-back maybe. I don't think this card sees a 4-back formation. I don't think it works in a 4-back, but for 20k, it's a very good card. I mean, if you look at it from a centre mid perspective, it would be pretty bloody decent. So you got the option maybe in a 5-pack to move it there. But what we're going to do is we're going to snipe at 18k. It means we're going to make 1,000 coins profit per card. Obviously a little bit of a jump in the profit that we were making on the previous filters, but it does give you a decent profit, so it's always worth it. Now you can snipe at 18.5, and that means you're going to get 500 coins per card. So we've got 2 there where we'd get 500 coins. I personally would say if you're going for an inform, we want more like that 17,500. So we do want to get a little bit more out of him. I think we definitely can, and you've seen there that there's definitely the snipes available. So you've kind of just got to hope that you manage to snag a big one. So we're going to do a 10 count because you guys know I love a 10 count. It seems to tempt EA to give us a better snipe. So 10, 9, 8, 7. We'll even go for that one. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right, we'll do a little bit of compare price, a little cheeky smash at it. Can we get one? It doesn't look like the answer is yes, unfortunately. We may be getting officially finessed here. It's unfortunate we missed the 7.5 really. This one here, we're heading over to Manchester United. We've got a little bit of a weird minimum for this one just because you've got to knock out some of the lower rated cards. You've got Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro. So this is a good filter. It'll be really good when we do have some SBCs that are going to raise the price of players like this, because then you've got an absolute banger. But for now, we've got a pretty decent one. We're looking at around the 22,000 coin mark. So if we knock this down to 22, seems like that's pretty on the mark. So 23 seems like where we'd sell him. 10% of that, 2.3, so we half that, it's 1,150. So at that point we're making 100 coins. At that point we're making 350. I would say you want to go down to about 2750. You're making around the K mark there, because you don't really want to be making less than that on higher sort of cards. We can pop it at 21 and that's kind of acceptable. We're making just under 1,000 coins, but I would say when you go above 20k, it's always good to try and make a K. Now we won't always do that. You might find some cards that come up a ton for like 500 or 600 coin profits, or 500 or 700 coins profits, but you've just got to be careful. When you get past that 20k mark, the market can move at any time, and you might find that your 1k profit becomes 500 coins profit, whereas if you have a 500 coin profit, that's nothing. So we've got a missed 20k there. That was a very close one, but hopefully we can get the next one. Oh, we missed it. We went on to compare price and we missed the first night. 27.50. That would have been a lovely K profit. Absolutely finessed. We managed to get it. We flipping did it. The first one that came up, we've managed to get it for 21,000 coins. So we can pop this one up for 23. Lovely profit. Not quite the K we wanted, but around that 750 mark, which we are absolutely happy with. And I've just realized I'm a cretin. It's actually 850, which is way better. Now for the next filter, we have a really simple one. It's always going to work. Base UT hero. You want to go to, I think, 70k for this one, around that mark. We got Campos and we've got Dudek. So really easy one, this one, because you've got two of the lesser desirable heroes. So it means they're easier to snipe. You've got less people going for them. Everyone really who's going for these boys, I would say, is probably going for it on the basis of a snipe rather than actually using it in your team. Now, realistically, you can sell this guy on for 72k right now. EA tax on that is going to be about roughly 4k. I can't really be bothered to do the maths. It's pretty late at night right now. So that's EA tax. We'll get 2k on top just to cover ourselves and cover, you know, profit and potential movements of markets. We go down to 66. So it's about, what is that? 6k under his minimum. I'm actually really done at the minute. I feel like my mind goes very slow when I'm tired, but hopefully we're going to get a fast snipe. And we've been compare pricing for a little while. We give it a bit of actual sniping as well. It doesn't seem like they're coming up right now. I think that's probably more based around the time than it is based around the actual filter, because these do come up. I've tested it before. It is unfortunate that we've not managed to catch one, because it would have been nice to see a nice little Dudek snipe. We'll give it one more 10 count and then we are absolutely done. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right, what we will do is have a look at a little bit honorable mention before we go. So we're going to go over to the managers. I think there's 2 honorable mentions here. If we go for gold and Netherlands, I believe we're looking at a minimum of around 1.5, 1.6k. Let's have a look at the 2.2k mark. Nothing there. That would have been a snipe, so that was done from me. So you're looking at around 2.5 for these guys to come up. If we take this down to a 2.3, you got those 2 there. So realistically, we could sell probably 2.4, 2.5. EA tax on that is 120 coins, which means if we go down to here, you're making 80. If you go down to here, you're making 180. And there is a snipe straight away, which we've missed. But managers are absolutely banging. I'm going to run through a few side bits in another video of like the cheaper methods we can do with things like managers, for things like stadiums, with things like kits. There are a lot of options and you can definitely make a ton. And if you bid on these bad boys, you will win a lot of them. So if you're new around here, and you still need some more coins, don't worry, subscribe. Make sure to get yourself in the giveaway, and I'll see you tomorrow.